My name is Yetunde Rodriguez, and I am the founder of Yetunde Rodriguez Design and Yetunde LLC. My business, Yetunde, is a textile design firm. So I create textiles, fabrics I turn into home decor and personal accessories that I then sell to the public. So a lot of my design is very African themed. I'm originally from Nigeria, West Africa. And so I grew up seeing a lot of fabrics. Fabric was very central into our culture. Well, where I come from, people make things. You don't have it, you make it. Of course, it's probably a little different now with globalization, but back there, I grew up seeing my mother, my aunts, all the women in my family. They all had some sort of enterprise. My mom actually passed away when I was like 9 years old, so I didn't know her too well, but I knew her side of the family really well. Like I said, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, she had a storefront on the first level of their building. They had like a compound where they rented to other people. And then when I lived with my oldest aunt, my uncle's mother also had a similar kind of setup. So it was just a way of life. So just seeing all those influences at the time, I didn't think that it was impacting me, but it really was. So yeah, when people say they don't know how to do that, I'm like, what do you mean? Because like I grew up seeing that. So when we moved to the US in the late 80s, we landed in Morgantown, West Virginia, because my dad was going to WVU. He got his PhD there. So that's where we lived. That's where I went to high school. So I graduated from MHS and then went right into West Virginia University. I just kind of was kind of aimless. So I didn't last very long there. After about a year and a half, I had to take a break. And so I decided I wanted to join the military. No one in my family had been in the military. So it was kind of like a really foreign concept, but it fascinated me, the discipline, the having a mission, all those ideals fascinated me. So I joined. And then when it started getting time for me to get out, actually, I thought I wanted to become an officer. So I got into a program that would send me back to college so that I can get that degree and then become an officer. I'm sad to say I got to college and was like, nope, I don't want to keep doing the military. That was fun. I'm done with that now. I got into this through my love of surface pattern and graphics. I studied graphic design in college. And so during that process, I took a printmaking class, where we explored different forms of printmaking. And I really enjoyed block printing. And that spurred me on to use that as my method of producing textiles. My husband is Danny Rodriguez. He's also a Navy veteran. So we met, started dating, got married, had 3 kids. So all our kids were born in Norfolk, Virginia. So then fast forward a few years, he had the opportunity to transfer with a job somewhere. So Dayton, Ohio sounded like a good place to raise kids. So we ended up here. That's what it takes. For me, just saying yes whenever I saw an opportunity to either talk about what I'm doing or, whatever it is. I always say, put yourself out there, because if you are just quietly working away and not showing what you're doing, no one's going to know about you. So the best thing to do is just be bold with it. Go out there and talk to people about it. Let everyone know what you're up to. The help will come. Yes, so the Gem City Market, I feel like that's going to be my middle name for a while. So I got approached by the architect, Matt Sauer. He designed the building. He had become familiar with my work, and he loved my work. And so when the opportunity arose for him to design this building, He asked me, would I be willing to help with the look and feel of the space? And I said, absolutely. You know, you want my little block shapes that I carved in my studio to grace the building? Why not? You know, like I said, just say yes. So I helped to design the exterior mural. So as you drive up on the building, you will see these large diamond shapes on the building. So that's me. I designed those. And then also inside the building, they purchased some more designs for me to use on like the departments. So where you see produce, it's got some shapes there. Also like the aisle signs, the signs that say bread, cheese, you know, things like that. So I designed those, all those things. So I was very, very involved in the creation of the building. It was a long project, a couple of years, but it was very well worth it. And I never would have imagined that, you know, the shapes I was creating, someone would want to put on a building, but that's how it's worked out. And I'm just so excited for it. My name is Yetunde Rodriguez, and I am an entrepreneur.